Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be Book of Exodus 33. Let's get started now. Exodus 33 continues the narrative of Moses and the Israelites on their journey to the Promised Land. Here is a verse-by-verse analysis of the chapter. Verse 1. The Lord tells Moses to leave Mount Sinai and go to the land he promised to the Israelites, with an angel to guide them. Verse 2. The Lord instructs Moses to tell the Israelites to leave their ornaments behind, as the Lord will not be with them if they continue to be rebellious. Verse 3. The Israelites are distressed by this news and mourn. Verse 4. Moses takes his tent outside the camp and calls it the tent of meeting, where he would meet with the Lord. Verse 5. Anyone who wanted to seek the Lord would go to this tent outside the camp. Verse 6. When Moses entered the tent, the pillar of cloud descended and stood at the entrance while the Lord spoke with Moses. Verse 7. The Lord spoke to Moses face to face, as a man speaks with his friend. Verse 8. When Moses returned to the camp, his assistant Joshua remained outside the tent. Verse 9. As Moses entered the camp, the people saw the pillar of cloud at the entrance of the tent of meeting and worshiped the Lord. Verse 10. The Lord speaks to Moses again and tells him to lead the people to the land flowing with milk and honey, which the Lord promised to their ancestors. Verse 11. The Lord tells Moses that he will send his angel to drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites from the land. Verse 12. But the Lord warns that he will not go with the Israelites, as they are a stiff-necked people, and he might destroy them on the way. Verse 13. Moses pleads with the Lord to go with them, so that they will be distinguished from all other peoples. Verse 14. The Lord agrees to go with them and promises to be gracious and show mercy to whomever he chooses. Verse 15. Moses asks the Lord to show him his glory. Verse 16. The Lord agrees to make all his goodness pass before Moses and proclaim his name. Verse 17. The Lord tells Moses to stand on a rock, and he will cover Moses with his hand until he passes by. Verse 18. The Lord passes before Moses and proclaims his name as merciful, gracious, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin, but also just. Verse 19. Moses bows down and worships the Lord. Verse 20. Moses asks the Lord to go with them and lead them to the promised land. Verse 21. The Lord agrees to go with them, and Moses will see the place where the Lord stood before. Verse 22. The Lord tells Moses to make 2 new stone tablets, and he will write the 10 Commandments on them. Verse 23. Moses should get up early in the morning and meet with the Lord on Mount Sinai. Verse 24. Moses does as the Lord commands him and takes 2 stone tablets with him. In this chapter, we see that Moses continues to plead with the Lord to lead the Israelites to the promised land and to show his glory to Moses. The Lord agrees to these requests, but warns that he will not be with the Israelites if they continue to be rebellious. This chapter emphasizes the importance of seeking the Lord and worshiping him, as well as the Lord's mercy and justice. It also highlights Moses' close relationship with the Lord and his role as mediator between the Lord and the people. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible verse below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.